you guys that raised your hand, pay attention because now we're going to do lightning pitches. So what's going to happen is 3 fantastic women entrepreneurs have 5 minutes to talk about their businesses and convince one of our special mentors that their businesses are the ones that are worth getting support, whether that support is mentorship, funding, $1 million check, a free trip to Jamaica, whatever the mentor decides to give. So I'm going to be calling those 3 entrepreneurs up one by one, and I am going to be a very strict timekeeper, so Avni's going to turn American now and not Desi, and you guys only have 5 minutes. I'd like to introduce our fantastic mentor. So can we bring our mentor in with a round of applause? Let's clap loudly for her. Shweta Singh is the vice president at Loomis Partners, and she's responsible for building the human capital and education technology portfolio. I could literally go on and on about all of the things that she's done in life. Just trust me when I tell you, she is the encyclopedia on entrepreneurial experience, and I think will give our entrepreneurs a lot of depth based on her experience and a lot of really good advice. So let's welcome Shweta up here with a big round of applause. Thank you, Shweta. So she's going to be sitting or standing. Shweta's going to be standing, so don't get intimidated, okay? So our first entrepreneur is somebody that you might know because you might have seen her on TV, or on SHEROES because she is a friend of ours. So I have Smitha Mishra with Pool Wallet. Big round of applause for Smitha.
Oh my God, I didn't expect so many people. Great. Hi guys, I'm Smitha Mishra, and I'm the founder for Pool Wallet. And before I go ahead and, so my time started, right? Okay. So before I go ahead and talk to you about Pool Wallet, let me quickly ask you, how many of you have ever tried to do a group activity like a get together or group gifting or anything, and just almost given it up because of all the hassles of bringing people together, having the payments done, and everything? Anyone here? All right, awesome. Quite a few hands. Thank you. So, all right. So let me quickly take you through my friend Maya's story. Maya is a corporate professional just like us, and she enjoys going out with friends. She's got reasonable spending power just like us, and is a fitness freak. One day, she just realizes that her school teacher is getting retired, and she wants to come together with her friends and wants to gift her teacher something. And she starts to write to her friends across various modes, Facebook, WhatsApp, texts, whatever ways that they are able to, emails, wherever her friends are available. And she gets some couple of yeses and nos, and she starts to go ahead, looks for gifts, and looks for activities that she could do with her friends. Now, to her surprise, she couldn't come up with any site which would offer her pooling, where all her friends could actually come together and make payments on the site and buy something. Or even for activities, she couldn't find something like that. But she still went ahead and got something and had back and forth discussions with friends, and finally did buy something, a particular gift, and booked some tickets. But her horror started when she had to also make some expense management stuff, like she had to use Excel sheets, she downloaded apps to send reminders to her friends for payments. And it was like the entire fun of coming together was turning into a horror for her. She was actually hounded by it. That's when she came to me, and I gave her Pool Wallet, and it solved all her problems in a couple of clicks. So what is Pool Wallet, and what helped her get through all of the issues? So Pool Wallet, and I'll come to what exactly helped her, but Pool Wallet is a peer-to-peer group payment social network. So what it allows us to do is, it allows the users to create pools, come together, and discover some experiences, pool towards it, whether it is gifting, traveling together, activities, hobbies, anything. You can come together and make payments there and buy the particular experience for yourself. So that's what it does. So in short, it's a social commerce platform. So there are 4 components I would particularly like to tell you about Pool Wallet. One is a discovery platform for experiences, curated experiential services. There are no tangibles that you can actually buy there. Then there is the pooling platform where you can actually come together and make payments. Then there's a full stack payment. What that means is you don't have to worry about the choice of mode of payment of your different friends, because we have aggregated multiple mobile wallets as well as various payment modes available in the market at one end. And then there is a wish list, which is very much like a gift registry concept, where a user can actually tell what they would be interested in pooling for or what they would be interested in getting as a gift. So you can actually go to, when you're planning to pool with somebody or gift her something, you can look at her wish list if she has opened it up with you. So that's what it is. Our traction, so we started somewhere in, that's what Pool Wallet is, and I'll be happy to take up your questions later on. We started somewhere in October last year, and we pivoted in December. And January, we actually rebuilt our stuff, and we started with cash pooling, which did not really work a lot. We have one-to-one payments also, which is reasonably working good for us. But our major traction started in Feb this year, when we actually populated our platform with experiences to inspire our users to gift. And Feb onwards, we have got 100% month-on-month growth in terms of number of users, downloads, transactions, all of it. And gifting is our major use case, which has come up, where people are pooling towards gifting. Okay, our market opportunity, so hobbies, weekend activities, travelings are all coming up, but as I said, gifting is our major use case, so it's about a $30 billion market in India. We have 100 billion over market for the wedding, and if we are gifting services, experiential services, then the whole wedding market is open for us to capture. How are we acquiring our customers? Besides B2C, which is an organic growth that's happening, we plan to partner with organizations to be their employee engagement platform too. And we are also becoming pooling plugin for e-commerce sites. That's our customer acquisition strategy. And our business model is we have 3 revenue sources. One is the convenience fees when we do cash pooling. One is the commission with the vendors when any kind of services or experiences are booked on our platform. And then one is the commission and convenience fee we charge from the e-commerce sites where we are used as a plugin. I am the full-time founder, so that's about our team. Let me tell you about our team. I'm the full-time founder
at Pool Wallet. Time's up. Sorry.
All right, no problem. So that's really it.
Give her a big round of applause, guys.
Thank you.
It's really not easy.
So I'm looking for probably industry connects and funding.
So let me say that, first of all, what a great business idea. I wish this was around when I got married, because a lot of the presents that I received at my wedding would have looked very different if this registry was available.
Thank you.
And my friends could pool in. So an extremely, extremely useful product. My quick question to you is, when you talked about traction and you said that there's been 100% month-on-month growth, are you seeing that in a specific segment, or how is that broken down, just so I get an idea?
Yeah, so our major traction is coming from gifting section. So in fact, like you said, wedding and gift registries, yes, that is actually the part which has helped us build this traction. Though now in last 2 months, June, July, we have actually started seeing weekend activities and hobbies activities, and like, for example, paintball shooting or bungee jumping, something. These activities also picking up.
So primarily, you're a financial solution to these. So you're not actually curating the activities.
Yeah.
You're essentially just making sure that the payment problem with the
Correct.
group of people gets solved.
Correct. So we would like to call ourselves as a group payment platform, which happens to be in a social network, social space.
Perfect. Yeah. No, so as I started off by saying, I think this is a wonderful business idea, and there's a lot of use cases for it. For me, the biggest sort of way for you to go forward, as you mentioned, is obviously tying up with business and corporates, because once you penetrate one particular company, the adoption is basically going to shoot up, right? So, but you have to be very clear as a business whether you want to be B2B or B2C, so business to business or business to consumer, because the investor universe looks at businesses in these segments in a different way.
Yes.
So you have to be prepared that...
So, Shweta, primarily our user is not going to be an individual user. They are always going to be grouped user. And as per our understanding, we figured out that organizations are the best places where people are grouped, networked, want to celebrate various occasions, have digital money to spend. So that happens to be our target user. So we would like to have B2B will be the way forward for us.
So we should connect offline, and I'd be more than happy to connect you with some of the corporates who I
very
think
nice.
would be, very,
that
very excited about something like this. But for me, I think the biggest challenge you're going to face as you see this thing grow is essentially getting them back to the system. So it's not, any e-commerce business is not just about acquiring that customer for the first time. You actually really make money out of them if they keep coming back to your platform.
Correct.
So there's a reason why Paytm is what it is, because we download the app, we use it once. For the first time when you use it, you get your 100 rupees off and you're super excited. But it's become what it has become because it's managed to keep people to come back to the platform.
True.
So keep that in mind. As you build the business and you build the stories and you build the business case, what is it that will differentiate your product so that the user keeps coming back?
Most definitely. Thank you so
Brilliant.
much.
And good luck.
Thanks.
We
Thank you.
should get in touch.
Yes,
Fantastic.
we will. Yes,
that was wonderful feedback, Smita. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Smita, for sharing your idea with us. So next up is Neha Upadhyay from Guna, who's going to share with us her business. Give her a big round of applause.
Hello, everybody. My name is Neha Upadhyay. I'm sorry, I'm going to speak from here because I have some products and props while I speak.
Absolutely fine.
Thank you. My name is Neha Upadhyay, and I'm a macrobiotic coach based in Delhi and the founder of Guna Organics. The problem at Guna that we're trying to address is that with ever-increasing human population and fast depletion of natural resources, it has become increasingly important to diversify agriculture in order to meet all our needs and demands. This particular thought has led to the rise of genetically modified agriculture and import of expensive, sometimes toxic ingredients that has led to the replacement of nutritionally rich and also native food products and other food commodities. We at Guna believe that consumer demand, all of us demanding of such nutritionally rich and native local food products, will lead to a shift towards eco-positive eating and ecological agriculture, further empowering rural women farmers. So we're all women here at the SHEROES Summit, and I have one question to all of you before I pitch my idea and my business model. When we say farmer, what is the image that pops up in our mind? Anyone? Huh? Is it? Most of the time we think it's a man, right? That in northern India, it's a man with a turban, or in South India, it's a man with a lungi and a shovel. In the States, it's a man with a cowboy hat and boots, right? So I would like to share statistics by United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, which is also our partner at Guna Organics. They say that a woman's work on the field is often hidden. It is more than that of men and farm animals put together. For every 1 hectare of farmland, women put in 3,485 hours, whereas men put in 1,212 hours, and a pair of bullocks work for 1,064 hours. However, every time we say farmer, we think it's a man doing the job. We at Guna work with the most genuine organic women farmers and self-help groups of very difficult terrains such as Ladakh, Kerala, Uttaranchal, and Afghanistan. One of our key USPs, as I mentioned before, because of our partnership with United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, is to reduce food loss and food waste. We make nutritionally rich crops easily available. One of our first products is the fabulous B17 rich apricot nuts, which, by the way, has been banned by the United States, US FDA and US government, because B17 fights cancer and diabetes, and those two diseases are the primarily disease on which the medical industry thrives. So we hugely propagate that, food is medicine. We also came out with a Goodbye PMS pack, and it's a huge hit with the girls. It has iron-rich black raisins that come from Afghanistan and apricot nuts that come from Ladakh. One of our self-help groups, popularly known as Badam Bagh, As the name suggests, it was an almond and pine nut farm that has now been converted into a women prison cell, where women in their 20s are imprisoned on accounts of false defamation by their own kin, moral crimes against Sharia law, and petty theft. We source Kabuli almonds, pine nuts that are replaced with California nuts these days that go through sorting, grading at these gardens. One of our campaigns, which was Boycott American Nuts, became very popular in Delhi NCR and also in Bombay. So we work with these difficult terrains and make their products easily available through a quick one-day delivery and with partnerships and tie-ups with thoughtful neighborhood stores so that they're easily available to everyone. In just 1 year, we have been able to tie up with almost 20 brick-and-mortar stores of Delhi and Mumbai, several online stores such as Amazon, smartcookie.com, ecotokri.com. We have over 20 nutritionally rich products such as the nuts that I mentioned, pearl millets, tuber crops, oils, oil seeds, scrubs, and squashes in our portfolio. We have been able to impact 650 rural women farmers, almost 6 states, and 800 households. The revenue last year was around 7,20,000 rupees, which we aim to double this year while working with more women farmers and expanding to the tribal belt of Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, Jharkhand, and investing in e-commerce, technology, self-help groups, and logistics. To this whole issue of women's work on the field being hidden, can you on? Hello? Yeah. So, sorry, the whole issue of women's work being hidden.
Time.
Okay. I actually wrote a poem. I just wanted to...
5 minutes,
Okay.
sorry. Strict.
Okay, thanks.
So first of all, I think we should all give you a very big round of applause.
Thank you.
You know, agriculture, food is something that really scares me because, you know, this is something that we really don't think about too much. You know, what we eat, what we drink is basically who we are. And with this day and age, the way things, the pace of life that we have, I don't think anybody even takes a step back to think about what is it that we're consuming. Because, you know, what you're consuming is what you will become. And you then will inherit it going forward. It becomes part of your DNA and you pass it on to generations, right? So a really huge round of applause to you because these days, farming, you know, agriculture is not the in thing. It's not considered to be cool. Everyone wants to be a tech entrepreneur. Nothing wrong with tech entrepreneurs, by the way. Huge believers of them. But still, this is not a field which a lot of people venture into. So really power to you for that.
Thank you.
My advice to you at this point would be to think about how you could make your product more popular and get it penetrated into the households, right? Yeah. When I think about organic stuff, when I think about things that are farmed correctly, other than reading the label, I don't really know how else to find out where something was sourced from. So a lot of the times when I go to the supermarket and I'm trying to make a choice between product A and product B, there isn't much on which I can go by, right? I just have to read the label and believe what they're saying. So I think you and Sairi and the SHEROES team should really think about some sort of a campaign through which the decision makers for food in most households are still women, which is fantastic because they're all here, they're in this room, they are part of this platform. So you should think about how you can create awareness about food, about nutrition, and what is right and what the wrong choices are, because that's really important. That's going to impact what happens to our next generation. And then think about ways in which you can penetrate the mind frame of the decision makers who are going to be buying your products. The one question I did have was, how is the pricing for your products versus something else that would be off the shelf? The reason why I ask is a lot of times these kind of products tend to be higher priced, which means they can't be mainstream. So is that a constraint that you're facing as well?
So all over the world, organic pricing is about 30% higher. And as I mentioned, we work with very difficult terrains. So sometimes more than just purchasing the product, it's the transport and logistics. And
got it. So I think as we as a nation invest in supply chain, the cost should come down.
But having said that, as the demand grows up, as people take to organics even more and support these farmers more, I think the price will definitely come down. I moved back from England in 2013, and almost every year I see the demand is growing, the awareness is growing. So it's a positive sign.
It absolutely is, and I really hope it becomes something that we all actively think about. You know, what we eat, what we drink is what we become, and that's a very, very important thing.
And the impact that it's having, like, I mean, Badam Bagh, the self-help group that we work with, we were appalled that, you know, this is what the women have to go through. And nowadays, wherever you go, everyone is eating California nuts, California walnuts. They don't care where it's coming from, how it's being shipped, how old it is.
Yeah, nobody thinks about these things. That's
Yeah.
why I said, you know, it's not front and center, but it needs to be. So congratulations for
Thank
this
you.
huge effort, and well done.
Thank you.
Awesome. Big round of applause for Shweta and Neha. Neha's a dear friend, and I will say that I think you and Smita are addressing real issues. Let me ask a question for you, Neha, since you're here.
Sure.
And Shweta mentioned that these are the people that care about the food choices in the household. How many of you control what is eaten in your household, in this room?
Wow.
Purchase the food, buy the food, make the food. Okay, and how many of you are more and more interested in maybe looking at organic products or your family's health through getting more pure products? Neha?
Sorry.
There you go. Talk to Neha.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Avni, since you've called me a dear friend twice, can I just take 15 seconds and share a poem that I wrote?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a poem I wrote on how the youth is constantly distracted and why we don't think about where the food is coming and what is happening and who's working on the field. So it's in Hindi. My brand is Gun. So संवाद की चर्चा में हो रहा है युवा ऊर्जा का खर्चा. महिलावाद गलत, समाजवाद गलत, केवल जो दिखे जो बिके बस वही है सच्चा. और समाज में उसी की हो रही है चर्चा. मैं केवल एक दृश्य नहीं, मेरे गुणों पर करो विचार विमर्श, मुझे मत बनाओ पर्चा. मेरे कर्मों, मेरी मेहनत, मेरी उम्मीदों पर डालते हो पर्दा. मैं एक दृश्य बनी रहूं, क्या यही है तुम्हारी इच्छा? मैं केवल एक दृश्य नहीं और मुझे मत बनाओ पर्चा. संवाद की चर्चा में हो रहा है युवा ऊर्जा का खर्चा. थैंक यू.
Fantastic.